All right, hockey fans, good afternoon and welcome to the Vraa Memorial Ice Arena, affectionately known as the Tin Bin, for today's JV battle between the visiting Princeton Tigers and the Osseo Orioles. Osseo Orioles will be dressed in white today, trimmed with orange and black. The Princeton Tigers will be in black, trimmed in orange and white. All right, so we drop the puck. Engelbretson carries it into the Princeton zone, battled for there. Held in by Turk. Puck eventually gets out to center ice through Bergraff's legs. Engelbretson picks it up, turns it over there in the slot. Quick shot and a goal there. High corner right above Fournier. By number 27 from the Tigers, Owen Gann. All right, we'll see if the Orioles can get reset here. New line comes out for the Orioles. Number 26, Cam Olsen takes his draw, wins it over to Zwicky. Zwicky's going to dump this one down deep behind the Princeton goal, supported by Rue on that far side. Princeton gets it out to center ice. St. Jake plays it right back into the Princeton end. Puck is behind the net. Zwicky and Rue try to go after it. Supported now by Cam Olsen on the near wall. Zwicky comes away with the puck momentarily. Cam throws a shot in. Olsen there, just to the side of the net. Puck is rimmed around and will come out of the zone. Whiteford pursues it back here. Princeton goes in for a change. Whiteford picks up the puck, sets things up. Head to Olsen. Gets it out of the zone where Princeton's able to gather it. They go D to D here. Rue pursues and is able to knock the puck off of the defender's stick. Tries to put it out to the point, nobody home. Princeton picks it up here as the defense changes for Osseo. Shot goes off the post there by number 21 for Princeton. Camden Defoe. Turk comes in, picks this one up, tries to get a shot. It's deflected off a defenseman's stick into the corner. Engelbretson pinches, but is not able to hold. Osseo goes to reset. They dump it down deep. Turk pursues down in the corner here. Princeton comes away with it. Good pass there, neutral zone, and they're back in the Osseo zone. Shot saved there. Wraparound goal. No goal. It didn't go in the net. And finally covered up. Referee was on top of that one the whole time. He did not see it go across the line, and so he quickly waved no goal. We'll have a face-off, it looks like, to the right of Fournier. 12:56 left to go in this first period. Turk is on that face-off, wins it back. Bjork has it now on the far side. Puck is sent up towards Klein through his feet, but we're going to have an icing call. He didn't touch that one up. So we'll bring it back to the Osseo end for another face-off. Osseo's out there with Olsen taking this face-off, along with Bergraff, Engelbretson, Schuster. Good shot on goal there. Fournier with a good stop. Schuster grabs this one, tries to center to get it out. Held in, though, by Princeton. Sent right back down deep. Shot went wide from the point. Chip up the boards to Bergraff. Bergraff gets it up to Olsen. He's got Schuster with him. 3-on-3 here. Olsen comes in, fires one right in front of the goalie. Held on to there. Number 31, Austin Wyman, is the goalie today for Princeton. Good play there by the Orioles, bringing it in. Good shot by Olsen. We'll now get an offensive zone draw. Olsen wins it over Bergraff. Bergraff comes through, tries to center it to Schuster. Jumps over his stick. Gets it up to St. Jake. St. Jake throws one in towards the net. Goes off of Bergraff in front where they battle now. Princeton comes away with it. They center it out as they move through the neutral zone. Whiteford defends there. Princeton decides to dump and chase. St. Jake plays it now behind the net. Supported by Olsen. He rims it around here. Nobody home, but it's going to come out of the zone, out to the neutral zone. Princeton has a quick regroup. Try to get back in. Ends up back on Olsen's stick. He loses it momentarily. St. Jake picks it up now. He's getting ahead of steam coming up the ice. He's going to bring it into the zone, chip it off the wall. No support, though, as the Orioles go in for a change. Zwicky's out there. He's going to pick this one up. We're going to have our first penalty of the game. He was taken down with a trip over on that far side. It's touched up there. So with 11:17 left to go in this first period, the Orioles will go on the power play for what I believe will be a tripping call here. We'll see what the ref says. Yep, 2 minutes for a trip on number 20, Hunter Wilson of the Tigers. Zwicky takes this dry, wins it back. It's going to go to Engelbretson. He and Bjork kind of fight over for a second. They get it down to Rue, back up to Engelbretson as they set things up. Over to Bjork. Bjork skates in. Shot goes off. An Oriole in front. I think went off a Turk. Reset things up here. Engelbretson, Bjork play catch. Get it down to Zwicky in the far corner. Back up to the point here to Bjork. To Engelbretson with a shot on goal. Went off of a stick in front. I believe that went off a Turk stick. Turk now has the puck behind the net. Gathers things and sets things up. Pass out to Bjork. Right back down to Zwicky. Zwicky in the middle. Tried to center it to Turk. Tries to center it again. Puck bounced around in front. Princeton's finally going to be able to grab this one and send it the length of the ice. Bjork back to pick it up as they regroup. He carries it around. It goes off of a skate there, but he's able to control. Gets it up to Rue. Rue makes a move here. Everybody checks up at the blue line. He gets it in momentarily, but it's knocked off of his stick by number 3, Parker Engholm of the Tigers. Bjork carries it in now. Gains the zone. Tries to center it to Zwicky. Goes by him, but the boys control it now in the Princeton end. Zwicky runs around, gets a shot in. A good save there in front. Princeton finally grabs it. They didn't get it too far out of the neutral zone, though, as we check up. Engelbretson brings it back in. Controls it here. Olsen has it now. Skates in off of a shin pad. Whiteford's going to pinch hard on that far side. Dump it down deep to Zwicky. Tries to pinch it back up, but nobody home as Whiteford had pinched down to hold that puck in the zone. Olsen back to grab it. Gets ahead of steam. Puts it up to Rue. Tries to send it to Zwicky, but just behind him on the pass. Lose control of it, and the Tigers grab it. 2 seconds left to go on this power play. And that will do it on the power play as Princeton sends it down to the far end. Steiner has it for a moment, knocked off his stick. Sent back in by the Princeton forwards. Olsen now has it with a head of steam coming in. Makes one move around a guy. Centers it, goes right through the crease and just missed on the far side. Steiner sends it back down behind the net. Picked up there by Olsen. Battles for it. Princeton finally comes away with this one and moves it out of the zone. Zwicky tries to send it out.
All right, 8:21 left to go here in this first period. Puck is played down behind Fournier. St. Jake grabs it, throws it up off the boards. It jumps everybody's stick. I think we'll have an icing call here with 8:10 left to go in the first period. So good game right now by both sides. Puck is moving end to end. We just had the one little gaffe there at the beginning that ended up in a Princeton goal. Shots right now tied 5 apiece. So hopefully the Osseo Orioles can figure out a way to get one past the Princeton goalie here. Burgraff pursuing. Gets there, so there's no icing call. Schuster grabs it, tries to center it. This one's going to get by everybody out of the zone. Bjork's going to play this one back, defends off Princeton player, regroups here. Creates a little space, and he's moving up the ice. Brings it into the zone momentarily, but it's knocked off of his stick and quickly sent back out to center by the Tigers. Had a takedown there, but no call so far. As the Orioles regain control, Schuster's headed for this one. Bodies up his man, dumps it into the zone. Burgraff's going to go and pursue this one in the corner. Puck gets thrown past him. And they try to center. This one goes off of Whiteford at center, touched up in the zone, so this will be an offsides call. They'll bring this one out to center ice for the draw. Princeton has been aggressive with their breakouts. They're trying to get the long pass through the neutral zone, get ahead of steam into the Osseo end. So we'll have to watch and see how that works throughout the game. Olsen takes that draw, wins it into the Princeton zone. This one's played by the goalie behind the net. Rue is on pursuit there as Princeton sets things up, and they're moving end to end. Comes off their stick. Osseo grabs it, and they throw it back towards the Princeton end. I think we're gonna, no call there. Rue took out 25 pretty good. They said play on. Good aggressive hockey play. Puck's on the far side. Big collision over on that far end. Puck is held into the zone. Olsen's gonna pursue this one back behind the net. Rimmed around where Zawicki will play it here. Brings it down in. Tosses it off to Rue, up to St. Jake. Puck went right up the middle. We're gonna get some rough stuff here pretty early. We'll see how the refs take to this. Puck looked like it was loose there for a minute, so I think Rue was going after it. Number 5 from the Tigers, Travis Curtis, took some offense to that and let him know to have a seat. So with 6:26 left to go in this first period, we will have an offensive draw just to the left of Princeton's goalie, Austin Wyman. Turk in for the draw. It's one back. Steiner grabs it, throws a quick shot on net. Blocker saved by Wyman. Engelbretson pinches momentarily, and Princeton throws this one up off the glass into the Osseo zone. York back to play this one. Gets it, he chips it up ahead to Steiner. Steiner tries to get it across to Klein. Klein chips it momentarily, but held in the neutral zone for a battle against the wall. Engelbretson and Turk help to support here. Continue to battle for it here on this near side board. Puck finally looks like it moved out, back into the Princeton zone where it's picked up by number 9, Tyson Berglund. Moves ahead for a second, but can't get it out of their Princeton zone. Klein is now in pursuit along with Turk behind the net. Princeton gives it D-to-D pass. They try to get this one out. Good play by Bjork to hold the line. Comes in, tries to drop pass back to Steiner. Steiner tries to give it to Engelbretson, but it comes out of the zone. Engelbretson's going to turn, put this one back into the Princeton zone where they can grab this one and they start to move through center ice. Slow entry here, but they finally get it on this far close side here, Shot in from the half wall. It's a blocker saved by Fournier. Puck ends up with Klein, who just throws one off the glass as Osseo goes in for a change. Engelbretson there to take on a Princeton defender. Burgraff grabs this one. He's going to throw it in, dump and chase. He gets it momentarily. Puck is knocked in. Burgraff to Schuster. The goalie misplayed that one a little bit, came out, and the boys are able to pull one in the net. We are now tied, one apiece. Good hustle there by Burgraff. Gets down into the corner. Goalie saw him coming and realized that he was not in a great position. So he tried to pursue back to the net. By that time, Burgraff was able to get a stick on it and center it for Schuster, who hustled up the ice and got in to put that one into the back of the net. All right, draws one back by Olsen to the Orioles. Whiteford tried to center that one, ended up hitting a skate as it came through the middle of the ice and was held into the zone by Princeton. They tried to center one here. Their defense holds in. Puck comes out, hits Whiteford on the way, and he grabs it down, and he's on his way towards the Princeton end. He's going to grab it, doesn't bring it into the zone completely. Princeton's able to knock it off of his stick. Burgraff goes and fights for it there at the neutral zone. Princeton tries to dump it in, played by Rue. Up the corner towards Olsen. Olsen gets it out momentarily, comes right back in. He grabs it and he throws one off the glass. Where Rue is ready for it. He gives it to Zwicky here. Zwicky backhand towards Rue, just out of his reach. Good play by the boys coming in. Rue has this one now, skates through the center, gets a lot of traffic. Zwicky had a shot, just went off of the goalie. A lot of pressure by Rue and Zwicky there. Really good handling the puck in front, had a couple of good chances, just couldn't find the back of the net. Princeton brings it in. Bjork plays this one, defends it well, gets it back to Olsen. Olsen over to Zwicky. Zwicky's going to carry this one in over to Rue. Rue brings it up the far side board, gets it to Olsen. Olsen with a quick shot off, blocker saved by Wyman. Olsen has this one now, skates around, tries to get the puck to a defenseman, but is forced out of the zone. He's going to dump this one in from the red line, and everybody's forced to check out. Princeton has this one now as Colin Stoke brings it out of the zone, up ahead to 19, Logan Woolhouse. He brings it down with a quick shot. Rebound was there, but luckily Bjork was defending that one. Lifted the stick of number 27, Owen Gann. Osseo tries to get this one out, gets by everybody for a moment. Number 20 from Princeton, Hunter, let's see, 20 is Hunter Wilson, plays it back in. Tries to hold the zone. Zwicky might have one here. Oh, he overskated the puck. Eyes got big there and took a quick step, and puck got under the stick. Engelbrettson's going to play this one down the corner. Send it around to his D partner, Bjork. Bjork's got it in the far corner. Brings it ahead. Whoa, dangerous pass right out in front. We're going to get a tripping, no tripping call there. Princeton's putting a little pressure on here. Turk finally gets it out into the neutral zone, and there's a change for at least a couple of the guys there. Long shot thrown in by number 20, Hunter Wilson, on goal. Fournier is able to easily defend that one off. Zwicky plays this one, tries to throw it up to Steiner. Out of his reach, and we'll have an icing call with 2:06 left to go in this first period. All right. So a little bit of excitement on both sides. The game has been a little bit physical so far. We'll have to see how that continues here into the remainder of this period, into the second and third. But action on both ends at this point. Burgraff goes in to take this draw. It's one over to Steiner. Steiner's going to carry it up the far side, dump it in from there. Burgraff's going to pursue behind the net. He's going to pick this one up, bring it out to Whiteford at the point. Whiteford has it, shot towards the net, tipped just wide of the net. Burgraff in the corner sends this one around. Nobody home over there. Steiner goes to pursue and is able to interfere that one. Had it for a moment, came out to center ice, and Whiteford throws it right back into the Princeton end. Burgraff pursuing, number 4, Colin Stoke picks it up for Princeton. They try to get it out of the zone, ends up on the stick of number 24, Santiago Trujillo. Brings it into the Osseo end. Princeton has it behind the net here. Whiteford pursues, is able to pinch a guy down. Puck comes out towards the point where Princeton gathers it, throws it back in. Schuster's going to play it here on the near side boards. Big hit there. Burgraff finally comes away with it, brings it back behind the net. Tries to set things up. Throws it high off the glass and sneaks out of the zone. Steiner goes there along with Schuster, putting some pressure. Princeton comes away with it. Number 9, Tyson Berglund brings it into the zone for Princeton. He tries to center it, but nobody home. Whiteford gets it ahead a little bit, finally ends up on Steiner's stick. Gets knocked away there. And then St. Jake goes off his stick and is tipped off back into the Osseo zone. Whiteford's going to play this one up, and it's going to be out of play. So we'll have a face-off down in the Osseo end, just to the right of Fournier. 35 seconds left to go in this first period. Defensive draw coming up here. Looks like Turk will take this one for the Orioles. He's got support from Burgraff and Klein. Whiteford and St. Jake are the D pairing out there right now. Princeton wins this one back. Quick shot by number 23, Finlay Marana. They hold the zone here. Another shot from that half wall. Save off of Fournier. It looked like it went off the helmet into the far corner where Turk and Whiteford battle for it. gets it up ahead to Burgraff here in the near wards. He centers it out to Klein, who's able to chip it off and get it into the Princeton zone. 10 seconds left here. We'll see if they can do anything with it. Princeton regains it, sends it out to the neutral zone. Whiteford pinches there. St. Jake's able to knock it out, and that will do it for this first period. All right, so 17 in the book at this point in time. We've got a score of 1-1. Pretty evenly matched, and shots on goal reflect that as well. 10 apiece, Princeton and Osseo. So it looks like we'll get some new recruits coming down here from the varsity team. Transition some guys out for the JV squad. Who do I see coming in over there? So it looks like we'll have Carter Murphy coming in for support. Will Sargent, number 19. Anthony Olajar, and then Eli Tiva. Fun first period so far. We'll get the headphones on Grace here, and we'll see if she's got some commentary to add and see what she thought of this first period for the Orioles JV squad. All right, Grace, what did you think of that first period? Anything that you liked from the Orioles?
I think they looked pretty good, actually.
Yeah, what was impressing you the most?
They had some pretty good hustle, and they did get a goal.
Good hustle for sure. Thought they did a good job with some passing. They put a lot of pressure on that goalie down there. There was a couple times where the forecheck was really working well, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did they teach you back when you were playing hockey about, do you remember what it was as far as the...
PTP, make them poop their pants.
Yeah, that's what it was all about. Want those skates moving, scare those defenders so that they're willing to give you the puck. So hopefully we can keep those feet moving for the Orioles here, and we can see some positive things happen as a result. There's a lot of orange out on the ice today, huh, Grace?
Yep. Osseo jerseys look really nice.
They do. We should throw a shout out to the Hedlund family. I think the Hedlunds took some pride in washing the home whites for the Orioles, and they really do shine today versus what we've seen in some of the prior games, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah, they probably smell a little bit better would be my guess as well, huh?
Yeah.
The good old hockey locker room is always notorious for being a special smell, wouldn't you say, Grace?
Yeah, it's very unique.
Very unique smell. That's Minnesotan for saying it smells really bad. All right, 30 seconds left to go in this break, and then we'll start it all up again. Swap ends again, just so everybody's aware, since there is a lot of orange out there. The home whites today are the Orioles. The black trimmed with orange is the Princeton Tigers. All right, we are set to go here in the second period. Like I said, we'll have some new recruits out for the Orioles. Looks like Will Sargent's line will be the first one to take the ice. We'll have Sargent, Cole Murphy, and Eli Tiva is going to play forward. Hagen and Olajar will be the defensive pairing behind them. Referee's ready to go. 15 minutes set on the clock, and the puck is dropped. Sargent wins this back to Olajar. Olajar ahead to Sargent. Real quick over to Murphy. Murphy brings it into the zone, tries to center it to Tiva. Tiva with a shot just wide of the net. Sargent's there, plays it back. Little catch between Sargent and Murphy. Ended up getting it to the point to Hagen. Hagen tries to take a shot. It's deflected off of the stick of number 23. Finley Marana, and out of play. So we're going to have a draw in the zone, just to the left of Wyman here. Sargent will take this. We'll keep the same line out there for the Orioles. Puck is won back, jumps the stick momentarily of Hagen. He tries to throw it across to a D partner, gets by everybody though. Princeton grabs it for a moment. Murphy holds his own for a second. But then number 9, Tyson Berglund grabs this one and brings it ahead for the Tigers. They get a shot from the far side, sails over the goalie. They get another shot here, and Hagen grabs this one. He skates ahead. He's going to skate this one end to end. He's going to get a shot. Goes over the top of the net. Ooh, good play by Tiva. Tiva tried to get a handle on that, just couldn't quite get it there. It slid in front of the goalie, and Wyman was able to cover it there with 14:08 left to go here in the second. That was a little excitement, huh, Grace?
Yeah, I thought it was going to go in.
Yeah. Good stick handling, good puck movement there by the Orioles on that first shift. Nice way to start that second period.
Got to start it strong.
Start it strong. All right, Turks lines out. Turks, Schuster, Berggraf, Whiteford, and St. Jake back on D. Puck is dropped and held there for a second. Princeton comes away with this one. They bring it back behind the net and try to break the puck out of the zone. They misconnect on a pass here. We'll see. They're going to wave off icing. Puck comes in, shot in from that half wall and gloved by Fournier. Controlled there, so we're going to have a defensive draw. Same line will stick out on the play for this one. Number 19, Logan Woolhouse goes in to take the draw for Princeton, but one back by Turk. Princeton, however, is able to get it. Ends up getting the puck to the point. Shot is off a few skates and deflected in front. Stays there for a second. Schuster ends up coming away with it, and he brings it out towards the Princeton end. He tries to get across to Berggraf through his skates. Berggraf has it on this far side. He's going to dump it down deep, play it down below that goal line. Turk and Schuster battling here for it. Puck comes away. Let's see, Turk had it for a second, but it was taken away by Woolhouse. He's going to move it up the ice into the zone, get a quick shot in. Goes off Fournier's pad over into the corner. Turk's going to play this one, throw it up high, off the glass. We'll see if this one makes it all the way down or if they wave off icing. They waved it off. Number 36, Luke Papish plays it up to 19, Woolhouse. Olajar is going to grab it as Osseo makes a change, and we're going to have an icing call here. He's just past the red line. And the referee says you can't do that. So we're going to go back to the Osseo zone for a draw here, just to the left of Fournier with 12:58 left to go in the second period. Settling in, Grace, anything you're noticing out on the ice?
Nothing really bad. They have really good hustle.
That's the biggest thing, is keep those feet moving, right? Good things happen when you move your feet. Princeton wins this back, but Steiner jumped in to grab it momentarily. It was thrown back into the zone. Shot in from short angle shot. Good save by Fournier. Picked up by Olajar. Klein's going to grab it from there and dump it into the zone. Chase it from there. He gets down in the corner. Puck is thrown up the half wall where Princeton grabs it. They try to get a centering pass. It jumps the stick, and Olajar is going to grab it again. Olajar carries ahead, across the red line, and dumps it in towards the net. Easily fended off by Wyman into the corner. Puck comes up to the point to Olajar. He throws it off of a Princeton defender, but is able to hold it in, dump it back down behind the net, where it's knocked around by a Princeton player. Klein grabs it. He's going to throw it out to the point. Hagen's going to throw it right back down behind the net. Sargent's going to pursue along with Steiner. Princeton moves it ahead to the half wall. They try to get it out to center for a pass. Hagen's right there to support. Goes off of his chest, and he dumps it back into the Princeton end. Princeton recovers, and they try to work the breakout from there. Goes off Princeton player down into the Osseo end, where Hagen's going to pick it up here. Hagen passes to Olajar. Olajar tries to set things up back over to Hagen. Hagen loses the puck off his stick to a couple of Princeton players. They try to center it, but they throw it up towards the point, held in by number 13, Isaac Bodnar. And the Orioles are scrambling a little bit here. We'll see if they can get control of the puck and get out of the zone. Tiva plays it there. Hagen finally just kind of throws a backhand up, and this will most likely be an icing call. So 11:17 left to go here in this second period. We'll bring the draw back again to the Osseo zone. We'll be to the right this time of Fournier. Maybe trying to do a little bit too much there, getting fancy with some of the passes and losing the puck off of the stick versus just making that simple play. So see if we can simplify things here and get that puck moving to the other end of the ice. Turk takes this draw. Puck ends up at the point for Princeton. They throw a shot down. It's held in again by number 36, Luke Papish. Into the corner. Puck is thrown out, gets by Pappas, this time out to the neutral zone. Princeton regroups here. Number 20, Hunter Wilson, throws this one deep. Turk's going to grab it, throw it off the glass. Murphy's playing down. He tries to knock this one down, gets by him, unfortunately. Woolhouse is able to knock it out to the neutral zone. We're going to... Thought maybe we'd have the delayed call there on interference, but they said that that was close enough to when the puck was there, when Turk got knocked down. Puck shot, I think it went off the post maybe again there for the Tigers. Orioles grab it again and just not connecting on those breakout passes at the moment. Good hustle play here, but it looks like the Orioles are going to go and switch things up. Murphy pursues a little bit behind. Burgraff there to intercept. Schuster comes in, hard shot, goes up and over the net. Burgraff behind the play. Schuster again, oh, he throws it off the near side, off the side of the net. Thought maybe he was going to get a second of the game. Sargent comes out to help. Burgraff pokes at the puck there. Comes away for a moment. Battle again against the sidewall there. Good battle there. 17, Max Ruzek comes away with it and throws it out to the neutral zone. Puck comes up to Burgraff. Defended away. Schuster's going to grab this one and throw it down deep for the Orioles. Sargent goes down to pursue behind the net. This one is thrown out. Should be an icing call on the Tigers. So we'll have an offensive zone draw here. 9:34 left to go in the second period.
Lots of contact in this game.
Lots of contact. Turning into a physical game for sure. We'll see if we can pick up the speed a little bit with some short, quick passes here, Grace. I think if we can get that happening, we'll see some better stuff from the Orioles, get some better shots on goal. All right, Sargent goes in to try to take this draw. Ends up going in the far corner. Burgraff is there, pinches against the boards. But Princeton comes away with this. Puck was dangerously thrown in front by a Princeton defender. They finally get one up and out. Jumps the stick of Olajar, but he'll have time to go and recapture this one. Throws it around the net to Hagen, his defensive partner. Tries to throw it up the wall, but nobody there. Long shot thrown in towards the goal, and Fournier gloves this one and holds it down. So we'll have a defensive zone draw here. 9:06 left to go in the second period. Like Grace mentioned, there's a little bit of contact happening out on the ice. The boys are saying hi to each other.
Hopefully it doesn't get too chippy.
That's what you got to watch out for. Don't take that silly penalty, right?
Yeah, don't hurt your team.
That's right. Turk in to take this draw. He wins it back. Klein has it. He throws it over to St. Jake. Princeton ends up coming away with it. Number 19, Logan Woolhouse. They continue to battle over on that side. Woolhouse comes away with it, throws a shot in, hits the chest of Fournier, and he's able to sweep one over to the corner. I don't think Fournier was real happy about somebody being in his crease there. And let him know about it. Puck is shot in towards the net, but ran into some traffic up front. Boys are doing a good job of holding this out at the point. Princeton isn't getting very many real great scoring opportunities. A lot of stuff coming from the point right now. Whiteford's going to play this in the near corner. Give it back over to Sargent. Sargent moves ahead. Throws one off the glass, off a Princeton player. So this one, icing will be waved off. Klein and Steiner pursue, but a pass gets by the two of them. I think they caught Osseo on a change. Whiteford's back behind the net. Puck was centered. Dangerous centering opportunity there. Tyson Berglund was standing there but couldn't get a stick on it. All right, Steiner might have something here. He's able to get around a defender. Brings it into the zone, but has the puck knocked off of his stick. Sargent now goes behind the play to try to grab the puck. Battled for it there. Tiva comes out, grabs it. Sargent grabs takes a quick shot, gets deflected up, and ends up out in the neutral zone. Puck is moved ahead by Olajar towards Steiner. Battling right now along the boards here. Number 3, Parker Ingholm from Princeton comes away with it for a second. It's grabbed by Osseo and thrown down into the zone. Good PTP there. Sargent tried to get the puck away. It looks like Hagen's going to keep this one in the zone. Moves ahead, but it's knocked off of his stick. Olajar is back. Puck's moved ahead towards Murphy. Murphy grabs it there. Gets it across to Tiva on the far side. Tiva moves ahead now into the zone. Tries to center it to Sargent, knocked off of his stick. Hagen's going to grab it, get a shot in. This one's going to be gloved by Wyman and held. 6:47 left to go now in the second period. Good little sequence there by the Orioles, some good passing. Ends up with a nice shot attempt. See if we can continue some pressure here, Grace, down in this Princeton end.
Yeah, get another goal.
Yeah, the ice has been tilted a little bit towards that Princeton end. It'd be good to get that PTP and that forecheck going so we can get some more shots and pressure. Another shot comes from the point. St. Jake takes that one, again gloved by Wyman and held there. So we'll set it up again. Sargent has done a nice job all year winning draws back. This one he wins ahead over into the far corner. Whiteford's going to keep it there. Continues to hold that zone, and Murphy's going to try to play it down. Whiteford pinches again, goes through a player. Tiva ends up getting it over to Murphy. Murphy tries to center it to Sargent. Goes off a stick as he tries to take a quick shot. Ends up going wide of the net. Sargent tries to center it to Murphy. Ends up coming out of the zone. Tiva grabs it. The delayed offside, the boys had to check up. Princeton's just going to fire this one out of the zone. Whiteford back to play it. He's going to send it up the boards to Murphy. Murphy gets it just out of the reach of Tiva. This one's going to go the end all the way down the ice and be an icing call with 6:03 left to go now in the second period. Look like we're at the end of that shift. We're going to get some fresh legs out here. So this is Turk centering this line along with Berggraf and Schuster. Olajar and Hagen will be the defensive pairing. Wohlhaus is going to take this draw for Princeton. Puck is won, ends up going off of the stick, or excuse me, the skate of the ref and right to the Princeton players. Held in by number 4, Cullen Stoke. Puck ends up coming behind the net. It's on the side of the net now where there's a battle. We'll see if we can cover. Nope, Hagen ends up coming away from this with this one. Tries to throw it out of the zone. It's held in by number 20. Hunter Wilson for Princeton and sent back down to the corner. Back out to the point. Wilson's got it here. Skates down. Tried to get a shot off, but ended up throwing it to the wide side of the net. Battled for in the corner there. Olajar is going to come away with it. He's going to skate up. He tries to get a pass across, picked off by a Princeton player. Glove momentarily. I don't know why that wasn't a whistle. It was knocked from under Fournier's glove out. Comes to the point. Schuster runs into a defender there. We got quite the battle going on now against the boards. Puck ends up coming out to the center ice. Berggraf battles there for a minute. Schuster's going to get this one and dump it in. We'll see if we can get to work now down on the Princeton side of the ice. Berggraf goes down. Step slow. Number 4, Stoke comes away with this one, and Princeton's moving up the ice. Knocked off his stick by Sargent. Sargent's got it now. Tries to center it to Klein. Whiteford's going to grab it at the point. Tries to fire when it's tipped. Oh, it just went wide. That went off of Stoke's stick from Princeton. And that was that dangerous defenseman stick out there. Almost fooled his own goalie. Whiteford pinches down, gets it down low. Sargent tried to center that one to Klein. Just jumped over Klein's stick. And Princeton's away with this one, moving down towards the Osseo end. Puck comes down. Whiteford's going to play this behind the net. Tries to get over his D partner, Olajar. Olajar is going to get this one up towards Klein. Klein isn't there to grab it. And so Princeton comes away with it in their defensive zone. They're going to send this a length of the ice. This one should be icing. So with 4:04 left in the second period, we're going to bring this one all the way down to the Princeton zone for a face-off to the right of the goalie. Little activity happening there, Grace, huh?
Yep.
We're seeing some good plays by Osseo right now. They're trying to center that puck and get some shots in on goal. See, Turk takes this one. It's won back by Princeton. We're going to throw it up. We're going to have a hand pass here, so we'll restart this whole thing.
Oh, no.
Boys are getting a little chippy here. See if the refs decide to do with this. I think they're going to take the draw all the way down to the Osseo end. All right, 3:57 left to go. As Grace mentioned, this one's starting to get a little more chippy, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what happens, intensity in these close games. Parker Ingholm will take this draw for Princeton. Quentin Turk for the Orioles. I think we might be sending Turk. Turk's going to the box. I think they're both going here. So the boys taking the draw will end up having a seat to cool down a little bit. With 3:53 left to go here in the second, we'll stay 5-on-5. You could see that one building grace all the way on the other end of the ice.
Oh, yeah.
That one just carried all the way down. So Sargent's going to replace Turk. Puck is won by Princeton. Number 23 takes it. Doesn't get much on his shot as he whirs around. Ooh. Centering feed. I think that went off of Whiteford's skate, and it was controlled then by Fournier. So we'll have another draw down here in the Osseo zone. This one to the left of Fournier.
It was a close save. I almost thought it was going to go in.
It was, wasn't it? It's that danger zone where you try to center that puck.
Not always the best idea.
Murphy comes away with this one. Tries to maneuver around a couple players and makes a nifty move. Fakes himself out, finally gets the pass ahead, but nobody home. See, good play, good forecheck by Sargent. Oh, good shot by Murphy. Went off of the stick, I think, of Wyman there. Puck is held in by the Orioles momentarily. Whiteford still battling for it along with Sargent. Puck ends up getting knocked back into the Osseo zone. They're going to fire one. Good pass there out to the neutral zone. Puck comes in, is gloved by Fournier. Good shot there by number 23.
And a good save.
Finley Marana, but yeah, better save there. Good positioning by Fournier, and he was ready for that one. Keeps the game tied at 1 apiece. Shots are starting to tilt a little bit towards the Tigers right now. They've got 21 shots to Osseo's 13. See if we can even that out a little bit. Burgraff in to take a face-off, wins it over, but it's picked up by a Princeton player there. Chipped off of his stick by Hagen, finally controlled by Steiner. He tries to get ahead to Hagen. Hagen's going to dump this one in deep. Goes behind, kind of takes a weird carom off the back wall and jumped almost ahead to the front of the net. Olajar plays it, holds it for a second. Keeps it the whole time. This one, Schuster now comes away with it. Dumps it down into the corner. Schuster battling for it there. Supported now by Burgraff. Puck is tied up in some skates in that far corner. Finally comes with number 13. Isaac Bodnar comes away with it. Tries to rim it around. And Princeton's finally able to clear. A couple of Orioles back on defense. That one goes off of Olajar's skate. It's held on that far wall. Number 5, Travis Curtis throws a shot in. His blocker save goes up above the net. Fournier. Puck is rimmed back down around. Olajar is going to play it there. Comes away with it, takes it behind the net, gets it up ahead to Steiner. Steiner to the middle to Schuster. Can't control that pass. Princeton grabs it, and they're going to throw this one back into the Osseo end. Hagen grabs it there. Settles things down a little bit. As Osseo gets a couple change in there. Klein is end up going to get this one. He's going to mess with it out there in the neutral zone. Gets knocked off of his stick, and Steiner finally throws it into the Princeton end. Klein gives some pursuit along with Schuster. Schuster tries to make a pass there, but nobody home. And number 4, Cullen Stoke is able to bring it with a head of steam into the Osseo end. Tries to take a short angle shot, but doesn't get through. Olajar is able to finally grab this one and settle it down. Olajar brings it out. Throws one over towards Klein. Klein tries to play it, but jumps over a few sticks. Puck comes out to neutral ice where Whiteford grabs it. Boys will have to check up here. Still offsides.
Oh my.
Big hit there by Schuster. Puck comes to Steiner. Steiner's going to bring this one in. Tries to get a shot off, but deflected by Stoke there and goes wide of the net. Burgraff comes and plays it in the corner along with the Princeton player. They battle for it there. Puck comes up towards the defense. Whiteford holds. He's on his backhand. Just throws one deep for Burgraff behind the net. Burgraff tries to center it. Oh, where did that one? And the puck
So
came
close.
off. Puck came off the net. Good battle there in front of the net. I saw the net wave a little bit there, Grace. I thought maybe that went in, but it must have just been from the net getting dislodged there off of its stanchion, huh?
Yes. Very close.
Fun little battle down there. Good hustle by that guy. You know that guy, number 6, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe met him once or twice.
Maybe met him once or twice. Grace is Jake Burgraff's little sister. All right. Draws one back by Princeton, but they're not able to clear it right away. Turk pressures there. Number 28, Aiden Johnson mishandled it there for a second, so didn't get a real clear exit. Puck ends up coming into the Osseo end for a moment. St. Jake's going to throw this one off the far boards, and that will conclude the second period. So we are still tied at 1 now after the second period. No goals in that second period. Princeton got ahead on shots. They now have 21 to Osseo's 14. But with that, we will take a pause, a 15-minute pause. We'll go and resurface the rink, and then we'll be back with you here in 15 minutes to finish up the third period. Sound like a plan, Grace?
Yep.
All right, we'll talk to everybody soon. All right, hockey fans. We are back. The ice is resurfaced, and we're getting set to drop the puck here on this third period. Just to bring you up to speed, we've got 2 periods in the books. We skated to a 1-1 tie. Reminder, as of right now, Princeton has the advantage in terms of shots, 21-14. We'll see how things go here for the JV squad to finish up the afternoon.
Hopefully well.
Hopefully well. Quick shout out to some sponsors here. Hockey doesn't happen for free, so we've got some really good support from some of our community partners, including Premier Bank, Malone's, Twin Cities Land Development, Northland Mechanical Contractors, Maple Tavern, and ZR Custom Lawns. So thank you to all of our sponsors who help support Osseo hockey. Very much appreciate that.
Thank you.
The varsity squad will drop the puck here a little bit later today. I think they dropped the puck right around 3 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 2:30 or 3. So at the conclusion of this game, maybe that's the best way to phrase it, huh, Grace?
Yeah. 3 games next week.
Busy week. Got a lot of hockey stacked up here for the Orioles as they work down the home stretch on their 2025-2026 season. All right, looks like Henry Purcell has joined the team out on the ice. He'll center this one over towards Burgraff. Schuster gets his stick lifted, but the puck ends up going towards the Princeton end. Is dumped in there. Burgraff's going to pursue back behind the net. Picked up by number 9, Tyson Berglund. Moves it ahead. Finally comes out of the zone. Back on sides here. Ooh. Schuster took a hit, big hit there by number 23, Finley Morano. Boys are playing with a little bit of intensity here. Uh-oh. Number 3, Parker Engholm in. Shot, good save by Fournier. Kicks it over into the corner. Good job there. Engholm had kind of gotten behind the defense. Came in with a quick shot here. Schuster's going to pick this one up. Get it over towards Burgraff. Goes off of his skate before the red line, so we'll have an icing call here with 14:08 left to go in the third period.
Look, everybody, it's 6-7.
6-7, just what a middle schooler looks for in the world today. Anytime those two numbers come together. I got Zach Roos sitting next to me. He said there's a surprise coming at some point in time from the locker room, so we'll see what happens here. But back to the action here. Puck is in that far corner, played around there. Hedlund and Turk play with puck back and forth there. Puck ends up going to a Princeton player there right by the hash as he got a shot, but it was deflected up in the air over the net. Hedlund over in the far corner, gets it up ahead to Steiner. Steiner throws one out. Klein is going to pursue this one all the way down to the far end. It's knocked away from him by a Princeton player. Comes back out to the neutral zone where St. Jake takes it. Gets it over to his D partner, Whiteford. Whiteford gets it up ahead. Gets through a couple skates. Osseo comes away with it here. He comes in. Oh, he's just tipped with a shot. Let's see, that was 25 Spencer Miskowicz that was able to get a stick on it. And kind of turned away a good shot there. Puck comes all the way down. Number 27, Owen Gann, was going after it, but lost an edge there. And puck ends up kind of getting by him all the way down into the Osseo end. St. Jake gets it head to Purcell. Purcell tries to kick it up to Burgraff. Burgraff gets it over towards Whiteford. Comes up off of his stick. He corrals that one and throws it into the Princeton end. Burgraff down below the net. Oh, he tries to center that one out. Just missed Schuster there. Good play back behind that net. Got to admit I'm biased. That Burgraff kid is my boy. So puck comes all the way down. Number 19, Logan Woolhouse gets a shot in on net. Orioles corral this one. They try to make a stretch pass. It gets by Burgraff and ends up going all the length of the ice for an icing call. 12:31 left to go here in this third period. Seen some good skating by the boys to start out here, huh, Grace?
Yeah, they have started off the third period really strong.
Yep, we'll see if we can make the Princeton goalie move a little bit. Give Wyman credit. He's been solid on that in between the pipes over there for Princeton. Steiner's going to kick this one out. It's going to be on edge. I don't know that it'll get there for an icing. They're waving it off, so Klein's going to give pursuit. Number 4, Cullen Stoke beats him down there. Throws a pass up, but Turk's going to keep this one in. He's going to rim this one back around the net. Klein gets it there for a second. Tries to center one. It gets intercepted by a Princeton player. I think that was number 5, Travis Curtis. He gets a head of steam and brings it into the Osseo end. Skates one in, throws a shot in towards Fournier, but Fournier sees it all the way. Gloves that one and holds it there. So we will have a face-off over to Fournier's left with 11:55 left to go in this third period. Purcell will center up this line along with Schuster and Burgraff again. Hedlund and St. Jake are the deep pairing. One back by Princeton, they get it up to the point. They throw it off. Princeton player number 20, Hunter Wilson, threw a really hard shot. He was aiming for the glass, but ended up taking some friendly fire. He took Max Ruzick, threw one right up his hip. It ended up ricocheting out of play over into the Osseo bench. Had to laugh a little bit there because Max gave him a view and said, hey, wait a minute here. All right, it looks like here comes the surprise. So I'm being told that one of our goalies decided that he's going to take a new adventure and throw the player gear on. Sheska is going to come out as number, I think it's 38 for the Orioles here. So we'll see what happens.
Oh my.
All right, Schuster's back in that far corner. He's battling for the puck. He keeps it down low. Purcell is going to knock a player off the puck, come away with the puck here, but he gets knocked off the puck. Princeton's going to just fire this one out towards the neutral zone. Whiteford back to play it. Number 16, Jack Bolduc, gives some pressure and kind of knocks it away from Whiteford there. Oh, dangerous spot for this one. St. Jake ends up grabbing it. Let's see if he can get a head of steam and get one down. He gets to the red line, throws one in far. Forecheck has a little bit of lag to it though right now. We'll see if we can get moving. We got to get our feet moving here to finish this one up. Turk battles for the puck here on this near side. He grabs the puck and throws it right back into the Princeton zone. This one goes back behind the net where Tyson Berglund plays it. Tries to move it ahead. Lost it for a moment. For number 16, Jack Bolduc grabs it again. Tries to center it up to 3. Parker Engholm. His shot goes wide. Ooh. Puck is thrown out towards the point. Battled for there by Klein and number 25, Spencer Miswick. Steiner ends up grabbing this one in the neutral zone, brings it in, tries to flick one back into the corner. Gets it there. Turk had it for a moment, but gets pushed off the puck. Burgraff comes out to support. St. Jake grabs it here. He's going to throw one right back in. The boys have to check up, though. Here we go. So Burgraff's got a head of steam. Oh, player gets around him. Number 9, Tyson Berglund has it. He's trying to skate and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Can't get it out of the zone completely.
Looks like a figure skater.
Looks like a figure skater. Schuster grabs it there. Puck kind of trickles towards the net. Gets covered up by Wyman. I think Schuster's stick got under the glove, and some Princeton players not very happy with that one. They're willing to talk to him and let him know don't do that anymore. I'm sure it was all nice words, right, Grace?
Totally.
Totally nice words. All right, Pacell in to take this draw with Burgraff and Schuster. St. Jake and Sheska back on D. This puck's coming towards Sheska. He's skating backwards. I wonder, we'll have to ask Sheska when was the last time he threw on player skates? My guess is it's been a couple of days. Pacell battles for this one back. Ooh, big collision there. Schuster grabs this one, chips it off the boards. Gets thrown right back in from Princeton. This should be an icing call.
The hit looked like their skates got like intertwined.
You know, I give Sheska a lot of credit for being willing to throw on some player gear and go out and play. I think a lot of people are aware of Osseo this year has been hit quite significantly with the injury bug. And as a result, you know, it's been a struggle to get enough players to throw these JV games together. So his willingness to go out and throw on skates and potentially be in an uncomfortable position, give him a lot of credit for doing that. Puck is back in play. Princeton takes this one back behind the net. Whiteford's going to pinch and hold it there. Oh, nice move there. A little spinorama keeps it in. Up on the half wall, back down in the corner. He's going to get it up to Turk. Turk is going to throw a shot towards the net. Throws it over the top. Hedlund's going to get it on this near side. He throws one off the boards back down deep where Klein goes and pursues it. Klein makes a nice move to go around but gets knocked off the puck. Turk's going to come in. Battle for the puck there. He and Steiner get it up to Hedlund. Hedlund throws a shot towards the goalie. Wyman takes that one though right in the belly and controls it there. With 8:26 left, he holds that one. We'll have a face-off just to his left. Get some fresh legs out here again, Grace. We got Pacell's line back out. So Burgraff, Schuster, Pacell.
Trying to get one last goal before the game ends.
Yep, we'll see if we can make that goalie move. Puck is one over towards Burgraff. Princeton grabs it and they throw it down towards Fournier. Fournier is going to let this one go. We'll have an icing call and we'll do it all again.
Yay!
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Wyman to move here, Grace. If we can get him move side to side, get a quick little pass, that's what we need, and we'll see if we can get one behind him here with in the last 8 minutes of this hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Pacell one down forward towards Schuster. Oh! Princeton comes away with it. Hedlund, good stick there, controls it at the neutral zone, gets it ahead to Burgraff. Burgraff tries to throw it up the boards, past the defender, and he gets it down in the corner. Tries to center it, but it comes off of his stick. A Princeton player takes out the net, so we'll have a stoppage with 7:56 left to go in this game. All right, they're battling a little bit there, Grace, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fighting the puck a little bit. We'll see if we can keep it on our sticks, but like you said earlier, the hustle has been really good for Osseo all day. Pacell in there wins this draw back to Sheska. Sheska over to St. Jake. St. Jake throws one, but it's right into the shin pads of number 23, Finley Marana.
Oh, so close.
Good hustle back. He lost a skate when it came through. Burgraff's going to end up with a puck on his stick. Move through center ice. He's got Schuster with him. He tries to drive wide, throws a shot towards the net. Goalie saves it and throws it into the corner. Big hit there by Schuster, who then throws it around the side. We'll see Turk gets over there to battle for the puck. Uh-oh. Fournier is going to come out and play this one. He saw his goalie partner there skating out for that puck and knew that race was in a little bit of peril. All right, Princeton grabs it here as Osseo completes a line change. Turk is battling here, knocks number 16 off the puck. Steiner's going to grab this puck, move it ahead. Battled there, ends up being on Sheska's stick. Goes ahead, gets to the red line, he throws one towards the goalie.
Nice shot.
I don't know if you can hear the parents, like I said, are cheering here. This is a positive thing, like I said. Just helping the boys as much as they can. Team player out there for sure. Puck held down the corner. Steiner goes towards it. Ends up on Sheska's stick. He throws it over his D partner, Whiteford. Whiteford tries to get it ahead to Steiner. It comes right back out of the zone. Sheska ends up throwing this one back down deep as the boys check up. Purcell's headed towards his puck on the far side. Battles for it there. Skates through a Princeton player. Ends up on the stick of Klein. Klein.
Oh. Oh, okay.
That was a good little intense battle there. Klein kind of threw a backhand pass towards the net. Neither Steiner or Purcell could quite corral that one to throw it in, and give Wyman credit. He saw it and was able to get a glove over the top.
Yeah.
So with 6:15 left, you got to like the pressure and the intensity, huh, Grace?
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't got one yet.
We'll see what happens. Let's keep throwing shots back towards the net. The good thing is, right, you're starting to see Osseo get more shots. We're getting that shot differential down. Puck wins back to Whiteford. Whiteford's going to throw it back towards the corner. Puck's going to come right back to him. He skates it down deep in the corner and then flicks one back behind the net. Puck comes out to center ice. Whiteford's going to take it on that far side, go after it, along with number 28 from Princeton. Oop, they tried to center, and good stick by Whiteford there. Gets a stick on it. Gets it up towards Burgraff. Ends up at the point. Dangerous tip there by Turk as Princeton shot the puck back in. But it went up and above Fournier there, out of danger. So Whiteford's got it here. Comes ahead. He's going to flick one up into the air. It's going to be touched up by Princeton. Burgraff pursues behind the net. Puck gets away from everybody. Hedlund grabs it there, and he's going to throw it right back down. Burgraff's going to try to go after it in this near corner. Battle for it there. It's a 1-on-4. Odds aren't good, but then Purcell's going to join the fray. Puck ends up coming out towards Sheska. Gets by him, but Hedlund is back. He's forcing number 28 wide. Shot just got through Sheska.
Looked like right between.
Excuse me, by Fournier there. Fournier, I think, was maybe anticipating the pass a little bit. I think that one snuck under his arm, unfortunately, there.
Shoot, let's see if Osseo can get this one back.
Yeah, we got 5:06 left now here in the third period. We'll see if we can get the equalizer and then maybe even one more, huh, Grace?
Yep, try to win this game or at least tie it.
Yep. I know Fournier is bummed out by that one, but he's played well all day. Hopefully the boys can get one for him here, help him out, because he's done a nice job for the majority of the game. Try to center this one to Sheska. Gets by him, he throws one back to number 9. Tyson Berglund throws that one in. It is gloved by Fournier and held on to there. So we'll get a draw just to his left down in the Orioles zone. Little line swap here. So Turk is out there along with Klein and Steiner. Take this defensive draw against Parker Ekholm. Ekholm wins this back to the point. Puck is thrown in, but it's knocked away by Turk before any danger. Klein gets it, tries to center it. Turk gets it and throws it in the corner. So Steiner's going to go after it there. It's chipped ahead towards Whiteford, but it gets by him and out of the zone. Turk helps support, throws it back towards the zone. Steiner knocks it off a stick there. And Princeton is able to corral it and get it out. Whiteford's going to grab this one, bring it back behind the net. Leaves it there for his D partner, Hedlund. Hedlund tries to get it ahead just out of the reach of Purcell, so it's going to float to the neutral zone. Picked up by Colin Stoke for the Tigers. Big hit by Schuster there. Burgraff kicks it ahead now into the Princeton zone. Princeton's able to kick it back out. Have to check back up, bring it in. Princeton tries a stretch pass. I don't think it was touched by anybody, so we'll have an icing call here with 3:47 left to go in this third period. We'll give the Orioles an opportunity down in the offensive zone here. Purcell will take this draw. Again, he's out there with Burgraff and Schuster. He pairing is Whiteford and Hedlund.
To keep this pressure up, maybe we can get 2 in.
Hockey is a crazy game, isn't it? Things happen fast. Purcell wins this one ahead, I think, right towards the goalie. He tries to cover it. He still doesn't have it. It's in the feet there. It's still loose. Number 20, Hunter Wilson, comes away with it. He's able to get out of the zone. Hunter isn't able to, or Hedlund is not able to hold the zone there. Battled for it on the near side here. Purcell going against it. He finally gets it. He gets it partially into the zone. It does get by number 16, Jack Bulldog. Burgraff battles in the corner against him for it, but Princeton's able to move it ahead. Purcell knocks it off of a stick. We'll see here. Hunter Hedlund's going to pinch, keep it in if he can. He does momentarily, but then Princeton's able to throw it out into the neutral zone. Whiteford back, throws it towards his D partner, Hedlund. Hedlund tries to get ahead, gets it out into the neutral zone at least. That should be an offside. He threw it right off of his own player. So number 17, Max Ruzek, threw it right into the chest of Travis Curtis, and we'll have a draw in the neutral zone. 2:55 left to go here in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Fournier, see if they're going to pull the goalie at any point in time here. Turk takes this face off. It's won by Princeton. Fournier is going to throw it up towards Klein in the near boards. Puck ends up getting out into the neutral zone. Princeton grabs it. They throw it off of the back of a player. He's just going to throw it in towards the net. Fournier gloves it and thinks better of it, just keeps it in the glove to set up a face-off to his left. 2:38 left to go now. Turk will take this draw. Supported by Steiner and Klein. Puck is wrapped around by St. Jake towards Klein. Battle on the near boards here. Cheska comes out, gives some support. Puck ends up getting by a few people back in towards the zone. Centering pass, good stick by Fournier. Nice job by Fournier. Good stick to deflect the centering pass there. Got right back in position, was able to glove one, knock it down and control it. So we'll get another draw in the defensive zone, but took away a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah.
All right, Pacell comes back out to take this draw. Again with Schuster and Burgraff. Wins this one back towards Whiteford. Whiteford's going to kick it ahead towards Pacell. It's in a couple of feet there. Puck ends up going behind the net towards Hedlund. Hedlund tries to chip it up the boards, nobody home. So the puck is thrown in there. Ends up being on the stick of Pacell towards the neutral zone. He's got a head of steam. Is anybody going to be able to join him? He's going to dump it down deep in the corner. Burgraff's going to be able to grab it there. Survey a little bit. Puck comes off of his stick, unfortunately, and out to the neutral zone. Whiteford's going to grab it there, throw it back in. Boys have to check up, though. So Princeton's able to skate around and set things up. They get a long pass, deflected before the center line. For some reason, they waved off. Oh, they did call the icing. I saw the back ref kind of waving that one off. But the referee closer to the play said, nope, nobody touched it. So we'll bring another offensive draw for the Orioles down into the Princeton zone. Fournier heads to the bench. We've got 6 skaters out there. So a minute 34 to go. Turk. How many we got now? We got 7 skaters out there. Hedlund thought he could get out there along with Burgraff.
7 whatever.
7 whatever. All right, 6 skaters. Here we go. Turk has it. It's caught in feet. Klein battling for it now. Turk comes away with it. Comes away. Shot on goal. Deflected there. Steiner throws one towards the net. Princeton's battling for it. Tries to get up beyond. Osseo's got to go take this puck. Klein's got it now. Osseo grabs it, or Princeton grabs it. They throw it towards the net. This would be, oh, they're going to say no icing. They're going to say it was tipped. So St. Jake is going after this one. Gets some support back there. Better step up. Puck is thrown towards the net by wide. We've got 1 minute left to go. St. Jake just throws this one ahead. Burgraff tips it. We've got a battle going into the Princeton corner here. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. This one's headed towards the net, just wide icing.
That was really close.
Yeah. Burgraff battled to get up there. I think he was joined by one other player, but the rest of the Orioles, unfortunately, were a little slow getting to the line. Created an opportunity for Princeton to grab the puck and fire one towards the net. Good thing that one didn't go in.
And now trying to score a goal with 47 seconds.
Yep. Quick shot in by Schuster. He's end up gloved by Wyman right away and covered. So Pacell will take this draw again. Pacell wins it over towards the boards and towards Schuster. It's going to end up coming up to St. Jake. St. Jake throws one back down. Klein's going to go behind the net for it. He overskates it. Ends up coming up towards the point. Tipped away. We've got 23 seconds left. This one is going to be icing waved off. St. Jake's going to just wrap one up the boards towards Schuster. Schuster gets it, throws one ahead. No icing here. 15 seconds left. Boys got to go. This one is just going to be fired down the length of the ice. We'll have an icing call here with 9 seconds left. 8 seconds left, excuse me. So we'll see if we can get a draw one back in a quick shot here.
Yeah.
Gonna have to make things happen fast, huh, Grace?
Yeah, to end in a tie.
Let's see what happens here. Purcell in for the draw. I'm sure the Orioles will be looking to crash this net. It's one ahead. Puck is in the feet. It goes wide of the net, and I think, unfortunately, that will do it for this one.
So close.
Good effort for the Orioles. I think a lot of positives to take away from that game for the JV squad. I'll call out all the players on the Osseo squad, even the varsity guys coming down to play a little bit in the JV game. We had Sheska thrown on player gear, which was pretty fun to see. So I'm sure that was uncomfortable for him, but nice job there. But unfortunately, we end up coming up one short here. So final for today is 2-1. Princeton has the advantage of shots, 31-23. And the JV goes down in defeat today, despite the hard effort. So with that said, Grace, when is our next game? Maybe Thursday? Is it next Thursday? Tuesday?
Oh,
somewhere in there?
I think it might be Monday.
Monday. I wasn't even close, so. All right, well, we'll see what happens on Monday, and we'll be back in touch with you there. Like I said, the varsity game will get going here at approximately 3 o'clock. Until then, hockey fans, we'll see you later.